So, it was Black Friday recently. And when I mean recently, I mean it took me so long to make this video that Christmas has already passed. That's neither here or there. This year, 2017, was the first year that I've actually gone Black Friday shopping. I'll be honest with you, I wasn't there for the deals. I mainly just wanted to get out and see a little chaos, in person. You know, the usual thing you see uploaded to YouTube. Grannies punching grannies, store managers bringing pallets of new products just to be devoured in seconds. That stuff. But what did I actually see? Crowds, long lines, no blood, no teeth. And I really had high hopes considering my Walmart isn't located in the best part of the city. If I really wanted the Costco experience, I would have gone to Costco. I came here to see action, not crowds. Crowds make me uncomfortable. I did manage to buy two things while I was shopping at Best Buy. They were Animal Crossing Amiibo Festival and Chibi Robo Ziplash. But let's focus on Animal Crossing, because we all know the reputation this game has.
What the frick is this?
You see this everywhere. Don't buy it, blend it. You know, don't even take it out of the store. Just go to the store, find your Best Buy, locate your Animal Crossing, go to the appliance department, find a blender, take the blender to Animal Crossing and blend it in that store. In my defense, it was really cheap, like $10 each. And I'm talking Canadian dollars, so roughly $7.85 US, €6.62, and for your Brits, 6 quid. Not sure what a quid is, so I'll just say £6. As a side note, I also noticed 50 Lottie Amiibos for $5 each. That's like $2 in your non-deflated currencies. If I were to draw a simple supply and demand curve to illustrate this case study, it would probably be best for me to just erase the demand curve, because nobody wants this thing, and I kind of feel sorry for her. I feel like the Lottie Amiibos that aren't being bought today are just going to end up in a landfill like E.T. You know, that Atari game that never sold and caused the video game crash. Now that we got off that tangent, let's get to the important question. How did I enjoy Amiibo Festival? Upon opening the box, you are greeted by both Digby and Isabelle Amiibos. This was probably my main reason for shilling out these $10, because I never actually got around to buying Amiibos. I will admit that I never actually understood the hype. You know the story, people staying up all night refreshing Best Buy, Amazon, Walmart, just to get the new shirtless Ike Amiibo. Now upon holding my first Amiibo, inspecting the quality, which was amazing, may I add. Now I don't know what kind of shady chemicals Nintendo is putting in the plastic of these Amiibos, because when I held this little Isabelle, I had the urge to buy her some friends. But I wasn't gonna go back to Best Buy and get Lottie. She can stay there for all I care. She has lots of company, lots of Lotties. So I withstood that urge, and I got right into that game. Upon inserting that game, you can't actually do much. I believe you have to play the board game 3 consecutive times before you have the ability to play anything else. Not a good start. I heard a lot of good things about Desert Island Escape, and I kinda wanna try it for myself. I didn't want to play the board game. Needless to say, it was a Thursday night, I was the only one in the house, I had to play that game by myself. 3 boards, all alone, in the dark, me sitting on the couch, gamepad in my lap, tapping one Amiibo, tapping the second Amiibo. Now I have to say that I love playing Mario Party alone, even if it might sound like the loneliest thing to do. But that's because I can set up computer players to play against. I'm not playing against myself with another controller. That's what Amiibo Festival felt like for those 3 boards. It actually felt like I was a cashier scanning products at the supermarket, the way I was tapping these Amiibos on the gamepad. Now I think that's a really bad start if your game makes you feel like a cashier. Now the game wasn't the best thing in the world, but it was cute. It was bringing a little bit of light into my already depressing night. For those who have never played the game, your goal is to be the happiest player. How do you do that, you may ask? Well, not buying this game would be the fastest track to getting max happiness. In actuality, you gain happy points by falling on good event spaces, stamping your card on one of the 4 gyroids laid on the 4 corners of your board, and you can also lose happy points from bad events and every turn that you're in deck. But wait, any money that you collect through the course of the game is converted to happy points, because money equals happiness. Animal Crossing really has a lot of life lessons disguised under this cute animal simulator. I might actually make a future video of all these life lessons that you can learn. Despite me playing as both Isabelle and Digby, and using the same playstyle, may I add, I wanted to gain these happy points to unlock other things. There was always a huge difference between first and last place. And that has to do a lot with the main gimmick of this board, the stock market. Yes, this game is just a watered-down version of Fortune Street. There is no better way of describing it. It's nothing like Mario Party. Except, in Fortune Street you can buy properties and stocks, or just properties if you want to simplify it. But in Animal Crossing you can only buy stocks. The reason last place and first place had such a huge margin between them was because I go all in stocks. This resulted in always one character getting a really lucky break the first round, meaning they had a lot of money to invest the second round, and that money just kept snowballing until there was no possible way that second place could ever catch up. That was because, for me at least, it was pretty hard to lose a lot of money on the stock market. There were really only 3 options. I gain a lot of money, I gain a little money, I lose a little money. Roughly I fell between I gain a lot of money, I gain a little money. This might be me just being really lucky over these 3 boards that I played, but I really didn't want to play more boards. Now, I did actually have to play with another human to test out this game. I can't judge it simply on me playing alone. It wasn't designed for one person to play alone. And I have to say, it was a lot funner playing with another player. So I invited my friend over to play, but I actually had to disguise what he was coming over for, because you can't just go up on the phone and say, "Yo, buddy, you wanna play some Amiibo Festival?" Because that'll never work. That will never get anybody to come to your house. Playing with another player was actually pretty fun. And that was only 2 players. I would imagine it would be a lot more fun with 4 players. Again, I really like the cute events and presentation. It's a shame that these models were never used for another Animal Crossing on the Wii U, but hopefully for the Nintendo Switch. I especially liked this one event where Digby gets a letter from his old poor self with bills for his future self. I thought that was really cute. My main gripe with this game is that you have to tap the stupid amiibos to the gamepad for anything to happen, which was really annoying. I think this game would actually benefit from more than 2 players, like 4 players, but not if you have to go around tapping your amiibos. And I really don't want to buy a Lottie amiibo for that to actually happen. I don't even think Lottie is able to work with this game. No wonder nobody buys her. So my final verdict is, it's a pretty fun game if you have people to play with it. Sadly, the reputation for this game is terrible, meaning you'll be hard-pressed to actually get anybody to play with you. As a result, it's just sitting on my shelf and nobody ever wants to play it. But wait, we played the board game 3 times, unlocked Digby a little raincoat to wear. Now we can get to the real
Sinuses.
The real content of this game. Sorry. It's hard to say that with a straight face. The rest of the content, if you would call it content, is playing with the amiibo cards that come with this game. You'll get a grand total of 3 amiibo cards when you open the game. And I thought I was special. I got, oh, these are cool animals, you know. I got a dog, a cat, and a bear. I thought I was pretty lucky until I figured out that everybody who buys this game gets those same 3 animals. Which is fair, but I really like the random chance of opening up a booster pack and getting something lucky. It makes you feel special when you get that shiny, hollow, reverse Rayquaza, however these young kids open up their booster packs. I really never knew the rarity of these cards. I just applied my own special rarity to them, both by how cool the card looked and how sentimental it was to me. This is where the game takes a real nosedive. All these minigames that you're going to be playing, except for one little gem, are just you playing solitary with your gamepad, just slapping cards with unresponsive controls. It'd actually be much easier to just click a button, but no, you have to slap these stupid cards, and then you lose track of these cards. It's all just a mess. People complain about motion controls, like in Donkey Kong Country Returns or Super Mario Galaxy, but those are infinitely better than having to pay for stupid cards that you slap on a screen. I've never been so unhappy playing a game as this. I don't even want to go into these games because of just how terrible they are. I think I have a little bit of PTSD just from thinking about them, because it's actually been a while since I played this game, and I think my memory has just blocked them out because of how terrible they were. The one game that was actually good was Desert Island Escape. The difference between Desert Island Escape and all these other games was that you just had to scan the cards once, and then you were done with them. You could use the buttons. And the game actually took into account the differences of each card, unlike the others. So depending on the animal you had, that animal would have special abilities that would help you in the game. Now this is what the game should have been like, designing the cards based on the differences of the animals. That would actually make people want to buy these cards. Having the cards all do different things, having different abilities. If they just designed these games around this premise, I think this game would be a little bit more successful. I don't know, make a Yu-Gi-Oh game out of Animal Crossing characters.
Now I'll see what an Egyptian god card can do! Obelisk the Tormentor, I summon you by sacrificing 3 of my monsters!
That would be cool. I would play that. Now I don't want to go too on about this game. Even though I really like Desert Island Escape, it was fun for the time that I played with it. I have to say that I think the Wii U isn't the best place to get this game. I heard that Animal Crossing New Leaf had an update called Animal Crossing Welcome Amiibo, in which they introduced Desert Island Escape to that game as a free update. And I would say it would be infinitely better to play this game on the DS. Just because setting up my Wii U, getting the gamepad, which is always dead when I go to play something on it, is a real hassle, which led me to not actually playing any more Desert Island Escape, even though I might have wanted to. Now if it was on the DS, it would be more of a pick up and play experience, which is great for a little puzzle game that is segmented into little pieces. Overall, the other games in this package were complete donkey doo-doo. Like, I wouldn't even touch them with a 10-foot pole, except for Desert Island Escape. I feel like there's a great metaphor with Desert Island Escape being the best game in this game. It's like this one little side mode is the only gem in this shit pile that it has to escape, and it finally did on the DS version of Animal Crossing New Leaf. Overall, was Amiibo Festival worth the time and money? Well, like I said, I got it only for 10 Canadian dollars, and I got 2 little Amiibos, so I would say yes, it was worth it for $10. Although I haven't played it again, those 2 little Amiibos were definitely worth the price. Don't even consider buying this game, only if it's less than $10. I'd say even $15 is a little much for it. That is why I won't blend it, I won't melt it, I won't shove it in a toilet. I'll just let it collect dust on my shelf until somebody is naive enough to play it with me. And once that person comes, we'll have a great time gambling on the stock market and getting uncomfortably close, tapping Amiibos to our gamepad.